Welcome back everybody to Runneth Over Garden and Life, and today we are making easy cornbread. So stay tuned, and we want to welcome everybody to our channel, and we want to thank everyone for watching. Alright, to get started with this cornbread, our easy cornbread recipe, we're going to need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of yellow cornmeal. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/3 of a cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt. The recipe that my friend gave me calls for 1.5 teaspoon of salt, but I'm just going to put 1 teaspoon of salt. The sugar and the salt, you can fix it to your own preference. However you like your cornbread, whether you like it more sweet, less sweet, then add in more sugar or less sugar. If you want it more salty, then you add in more of your salt. Okay? And now that we have all of our dry ingredients, we're going to give this a good mix, just to make sure everything gets incorporated, everything is in there. It'll be distributed out nice and even. And now we're going to add in our wet ingredients. Here I'm going to put in 1 cup and 1/4 of a cup of buttermilk. If you do not have buttermilk, then you can use whole milk. But since I have buttermilk on hand, this is what we're going to be adding. Next, we're going to need 1 large egg at room temperature. And we're also going to need 3 tablespoons of melted butter. And now we give a good mix. Now, if you feel that your batter is too thick, then you go ahead and add in a little bit more of your milk until you reach the consistency that fits your needs. Whatever is your preference is how you're going to make it. Alright folks, so I'm already preheating my oven at 400 degrees, but I've also, while I was mixing all my ingredients, I was also preheating this cast iron skillet. That way I can add in my 5 tablespoons of butter. And for this recipe, we will be using 1 whole stick of butter completely together. But in the pan, we have 5 tablespoons full of butter. And if I have not mentioned before, or just to remind you, that we are using unsalted butter. And here I am also using a 9-inch cast iron skillet. If you do not have an 8 or 9-inch cast iron skillet, you could also use an 8 or a 9-inch baking pan. And we're just going to go ahead and let this melt down. Okay, and now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to pour in our batter into our cast iron skillet with the melted butter. Okay, now we're going to put it into our oven in a preheated oven of 400 degrees for at least 18 to 20 minutes. It's been about 18-19 minutes, and now we're going to take it out and check it. If y'all ever have a picnic to go to, or even a barbecue to go to, or potluck, this will be really good to take to one of those. See how golden brown it is around the edges? And around here, those are not burned bits. Those are just
butter caramel.
yeah, butter caramel, or how the milk is separating from the butter. So that's all that is. But yeah.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah, that's what you want. All right, guys.